and welcome to another episode of Empowered Podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Michael Abney, and today I have got
Marilyn Egan.
Yes, and
Katie Auffenberg.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Hello.
Hello, thank you for being here.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Katie's been a friend of the fams for a long time. The Peace Place, doing the spiritual thing, living life, and just kind of stopping by today to talk about, real life, real talk about what's been happening about in life, the planet, everything that's going on, all the changes.
And how about all of her adventures?
Yes,
She's been
you are
on
Queen
a
Adventure.
lot
Yes.
of adventures simply by following her guides.
Yes.
So we're all kind of in this journey of leveling up. And I think talking about our experiences as we do that is really beneficial and very helpful for people, just to give different perspectives, because when we're able to shift those perspectives, it changes everything. But sometimes you got to be able to talk about it.
Exactly.
So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited you're in town.
Yay.
Yes.
Yes. So what's been going on with you?
So I really love this topic about leveling up, because when I first started this journey, I guess 2017, I mean, we're always on this journey, but when I became aware that I was really on this journey.
Yes.
So I looked in the back of a magazine and I saw Marilyn's picture for water and a shaman, and I called her and I was like, I need someone to talk to. She answered on the very first ring.
Which I never do.
Yeah. So later I found that out. And
That's
that's
how you
kind of
guys
how
met?
this all is. Yeah.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
really how we met.
It's Stacy's magazine, Yoga and Spa.
hmm
Oh, wow.
I just saw it. I saw her picture and I was drawn to her. So
I
that
love
was
that.
the first
Yeah.
kind of we're always on a journey the minute we get up and walk out of our house, but becoming aware of the journey is a whole other process. So I went to you, I had an appointment, and I guess the first thing that really struck me was I decided to walk away from my job, which was one of the hardest things because it kept me so distracted. And even though I know it's really important work, and every second, every student I met, every parent, every teacher, it was so important. I was a teacher. I was a special ed teacher. But something was calling me, and I remember hearing in the middle of the night when I woke up and I heard this voice that was like, just, you're on the path to self-love. And I didn't really know what that meant.
Right.
But first we have to level up, I guess, with ourselves. So I was starting this at work. I was just not happy and I was making mistakes. And in the beginning, when we level up, we like to blame other people. We like the drama, right? That makes it so easy. And I was like, they're trying to get rid of me. They're plotting against me. And what should I do? And I'm better than this. And now I realize that that was just drama that I created so that they would open the door for me and let me leave, because I didn't have the courage to just walk out.
Right. It was time
Right?
to go, and
Yeah.
that was your way out.
Yes. So speaking of perspectives, we always have the ability to go to a higher perspective of every situation. And it's usually never in the low, like we can start in the lower energy. I'm a victim. They're out for me. I don't have any choices but to leave. But then you start to realize, no, that was me. I created that.
Yeah.
And I didn't just learn there. I had to keep going and creating some more drama in my life. But it's okay. Because that's how we were conditioned and trained. And it's, at first, you just can't own it. You know, you just have to and then, but what we're really happening is that we're outgrowing that consciousness. But in order to do it, I think sometimes we have to just experience it in our bodies, in the 3D world of just feeling trapped. So, and I had a lot of people around me to support me, like, it's okay. Because really what you were supporting me in was following my own voice, following my guides.
Exactly.
I was led to tap into my guides in this whole world of spirituality, which we are, but we have access to this world at all times, are always communicating with us. They're always guiding us, talking to us. And a lot of times it's not what we think. It's so simple. It's not a huge aha moment. It was just made up of a lot of really simple moments. And at that time, I was also really connected to a lot of my students. We were in the middle of like an opioid crisis, and a lot of images started coming to me, very powerful imagery and voices in my head, which characters were coming
Stories.
a story to write a book. And I thought, this is insane. Why should I do this? I don't have enough experience and I don't know what I'm doing. So then it became this discipline of I have to sit down and listen and be available for what's there to show up for me. And it isn't me. It was these very powerful voices, and I began to love these characters and drift into my book 3-4 hours a day, take a break, go back. I became obsessed. I remember going on walks and I would literally be guided. No, you need to change this like this, or go back and make this sentence this way. And that exhausted me. It energized me, but it kind of started to exhaust me because I, again, put my ego in it and also needed this validation that you don't always have on our path. Like, we don't always have validation from the outside world. We just have to keep going. And I was so alone with these characters. And one day something told me, oh, you should get help with the query letter to send it out. And I got in touch, I can't remember exactly how, but with this woman at some particular editorial company that would help. And she was like, that sounds really compelling. You should send me some. And she called me back, was like, I'm not just saying this, but I really love it. I really believe in this. Keep going. And so I just kept going. And at the same time, I was like, got an invitation to move to Puerto Rico and started a new job there teaching elementary school. And I met this guy that I thought was maybe a twin flame, a soulmate. But really, I realized throughout that, and I can talk about more about that, but I was my own twin flame, my own soulmate that I was trying to find in other people. Just constantly we're trying to find that. And so leveling up is like, it goes back to the first message I got from the angels. This is a path to self-love, not a love of connecting to somebody else or the love of finding my great soulmate or the path, the one path I'm supposed to be on. It's a path, a journey filled with lots of people, lots of opportunities so that I can get to me, back to me.
Right. But you had a
basically.
contract with him so you could see that about you.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy and wild, but so real.
Mm-hmm.
And needed.
And
We needed it to show up. That's the only way it
Yes.
could show up when we had that level of consciousness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's how, right. And it was actually after I made up my mind, I'm going to choose myself, not you, dude. Like, I got to choose me, and I'm doing you a favor too, not just me. But that's then how I started to go to that higher level of consciousness of, wow, all these people and I have contracts. And every morning in my meditation, I do send out love to the people that I thought perpetrated me the most, but really they pushed me the most to something that I didn't know I had in me, that I didn't know I was capable of. And I feel like that is a possibility for us now more than ever as we're on this inhabiting this earth, is that we can recreate the dream together when we say, even in a meditation out loud, it doesn't matter, but I want to do this with you. I understand the role you played. Thank you. And I'm sending you all the love that I have for you right now.
It's so beautiful.
It is.
What's the word again?
Ho'oponopono?
Yes. Yes.
That's
We
actually
just
really
talked
our
about
secret theme. Because it's
It
been
is
like,
to change our perspective of people.
It's been
That's
in
all
every-
we're doing.
Every podcast so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when I found that prayer, actually.
Yeah.
this happens to us all the time while we're doing it, because the people that are recording don't, like, you're in your we're doing our podcast, and then, the doors are closed, nobody hears us.
Mm-hmm.
But you were saying the same themes. We just did a podcast on being trapped, and you said trapped. Like, there's this
And those things had to happen to trigger you, that kind of thing.
Because we just trapped ourselves in our locked in these perspectives that don't serve us.
Right.
So if we could work through the anger, the frustration, and then we get to a place of like, how else can I see this?
Yes.
What else is available for me in this with this person? Or without them too. I mean, both.
Yeah,
So,
they're also called, Carolyn Mace would call those people who would trigger you your noble friend.
Yes.
That they came here to support, to help you, to help you learn, to help you move through something.
And I'm sure I'm a noble friend to many.
Right.
That's a great way to frame that. Oh, you're my noble friend.
Yes.
So the one that pissed me off.
Right. But yeah, it's a very powerful way to take a look at it and go, okay, now I can say the Ho'oponopono prayer with you.
Or without you.
Or without you. But yeah.
Because it's really just about us. In our perspective of people. Like there's always a higher, that's what that prayer taught me. Like there's always a higher level to look at them and to look at the role they played and to find peace. But you do have to work that out of your energy field, like get the negativity out. But really, at the end of the day, it's just about me and healing me and what was in me. And that's a big, huge part of this journey too, I found.
Right. But you're healing the collective and healing that person at the same time is actually receiving that prayer the same time you're receiving it.
Right.
That's the beauty.
Right.
Yeah, during COVID, I woke up with that prayer going through my head over and I mean, probably every night for months.
Yeah.
That was going through. So I don't know what I was clearing, but I was clearing for me. And I know I was clearing for the collective.
The possibility for them to have better opportunities and to receive.
And choices.
Yes. And choices. And for us.
Because you have to be aware of it before that it's a choice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no choice.
Good point.
Now, it'll happen naturally. It really, really does. And life does. But like we're in the speedy up part that it's just like, just like what happens to me in that last podcast was like it happens when it happens when it happens with you.
Yeah.
So you had went to Puerto Rico right at the beginning of the pandemic, right?
Yes. So
sort of in the middle of it or something.
Well, I went there like maybe 6 months before.
The fall before when school
But you were there when it
started.
went down
when
originally.
It went down,
okay.
Yes.
And then from there, then you had...
Well, so when I was there, I had this... I was doing the Akashic Records a lot with Stacy. And I kept being guided afterwards. I would just to look at more desert lands and I was like, Mexico. And I felt like I was there. And I was like, this is insane and crazy. And then I had a friend call me and say, well, have you ever considered Mexico? And then I go outside, I met these couple. Have you ever considered Mexico? And I was like, maybe. This is really crazy, but we're being called. And sometimes we have people that are a little impetus for us to get us to go there. So that particular friend was a huge impetus for me to go there. But at the time I was hoping secretly, I think, and a savior and a soulmate again. But I get there and I realize that's not what he is at all. This is about me. And I have to go back to me and my book and my
But he
plan.
got you there.
Yeah, he did get me there. He did. And I'm grateful for that. And he also took me, well, he didn't, but through that experience, I was able to go so much deeper with myself and heal some really deep wounds that I didn't even know I had, that I was playing out with him and he was playing out a lot of
with
his
you.
wounds. Yeah.
How did that healing occur? Like,
well, it's funny because I was working with someone and she was doing a lot of like hypnotism type of stuff and we thought we were getting to it. And then one day I woke up and I had really bad tinnitus and a locked jaw from grinding my teeth. And I was like freaked out. I think I called both of you. And I didn't know what to do. And I knew I was waking up again to something even bigger. And I was like, am I really ready for this? So I came home. I found somebody here to work with me on that. And then I realized, too, my mom really needs me. It's opened up a whole new relationship for us, a possibility between us that never really existed before, that I was able to really be there for her. Because she had to move again during one of the hardest times in her life. And my niece was going through a really hard time in her life. And I was like, how can I show up for these people, even though I'm stuck in fear and pain? And it's also about having the patience to really be available for other people. And I'm not saying I was their saviors, but I was able to be there and hold space and listen and be patient in ways that I would have just avoided it because it was so uncomfortable in me. So that ringing was so piercing, and it did calm down, by the way, but it just was calling me to say, listen to yourself, like listen to your life. And we have to surrender to that. We have to surrender to even the unexpected, like really annoying things that happen. I really thought I was dying. I mean, I went to all these experts.
I know.
Like,
And I'm like, no.
And then I was like, I reject all those timelines quickly. And so here I am today, still. Now I have to go back to the book, and I want to go back to Mexico to start like a small and retreat for healers and people to come to, a forum, a space for people to come. But I now trust my guides more than ever. And I trust myself again.
Yay.
I had to really start a new relationship with myself. Like I kept trying to get this or get that or finish that chapter. And now I'm like, no, it's about reconnecting with me all along. And it doesn't matter if any of those things happen or not. The most important thing I think is that I feel healed and complete every day within myself and with those that I love around me. And sometimes I fuck that up too. Sometimes I'm perfect. Sometimes I'm not. I'm just learning to like take that one day at a time and level up. I love this theme because if we never level up, we're never available to ourselves and to others.
Right.
We're stuck.
Right. We keep hiding from it. If we keep saying, oh, later, it doesn't happen.
No.
Just keep moving forward. And you've really done a fabulous job with
Thank
that.
you.
I know it's been a real intense journey, but you keep talking about right relationship. I mean, that's when I do those shamanic ceremonies, those despachos, they're so powerful because they are about right relationship with everything. Yourself, your divine, your family, your money, your journey, your everything.
Yes.
Right
they all need to
relationship
be
with
in balance.
everything. So, and you're a shaman at heart. Do you remember? I think maybe the first time I'm like, oh, you have shaman feet, sister. You're going to be
my white feet, my Flintstone feet.
Walking the earth as a shaman.
I do walk the earth.
You do walk the earth as a shaman because you just are a shaman at heart. And shamans do what you're talking about. Looking at themselves first. When something comes up, where is this in me? Where do I need to clear this? What do I need to do so that I can be of service to others?
I love that.
So that's who you are.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I agree. It's just like, but now, like, so now where are you?
Yeah.
So now I'm sitting with myself thinking lately, I still have to kind of own up to some relationships in my family, like without getting too personal because I don't want to violate their privacy, but they're struggling as well. And I started kind of going back to a lot of old patterns that were just so familiar. And now I'm waking up out of those patterns and just, I think the best way to heal sometimes relationships is from afar, like through the Ho'oponopono prayer. And these are, and I have another friend too, and these are people that are really dealing with like addictions. And I feel like codependency is another thing that's really we're waking up out of. And now I say, bring it on, but bring it slow enough that I can process it and that I can move out of it, like with grace and dignity for everyone involved. So,
Yeah.
but I am going to finish my book
Mm-hmm.
and get back in touch with this editor. Got in touch with me, and we have a plan. And I'm going to go back to Mexico, as scary as it is, and as terrified as I get sometimes. I just think I just call on my guides and I go to them. And then that kind of transcends a lot of fear. And I say to them, please show me the way, put me where I need to be. And sometimes that's here, for an extra month or two.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that will be there when the time is right. And I believe in divine timing and all of this. And that's so key.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that all of this has already happened. It's just like a memory for us that we get to tap into and kind of tweak some things that we didn't normally think we could tweak. And that's one of the things we're waking up to, I think, right now, is we get to do it right in this lifetime.
Yeah.
And right doesn't mean perfect. Right means with awareness and with the willingness to shift my perception and not just be so stuck in my old ways, I think.
Yeah, with what's right for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all, like
and then
you
it's
said.
right for them, and what's right for
Right.
them is right for me. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So cool. I love that.
Yeah.
But divine timing is really the time we're moving into.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but this whole calendar thing is not easy for me right now.
No.
Oh man, it's really
I
hard
have
to remember
double
days.
booked things
Yes.
on my Gregorian calendar that
Mm-hmm.
I'm
The
like,
other
how
part is
did
I
I
don't
do
care.
that? I don't understand. Right. They don't
Like,
care.
have you noticed that?
But it all works out.
It
really
does,
does.
but it's
always
like
works
my
out.
level of like,
Yeah.
giving a fuck is just
Mhm.
gone.
Which is good because it doesn't belong to us. I really
No.
think that. I think it belongs to like the Galactic Council, to our
Yes.
guides. And I think they're saying, slow down, egos, like be good to your
Yes.
ego, but slow down and just really take note of where you are, what you're doing, what you're feeling, and then proceed. And
Yeah.
we're never really proceeding. We're just being.
We're being present.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And the power of being
Mm-hmm.
in your best frequency is almost unmeasurable. It's so big for us to understand in our 3D mind
Yes.
that it's, you almost have to write it on paper for someone and say,
Mhm.
look, this is what happens when you sit
And clear
and clear yourself,
your
right?
anger.
But you
Or
get
all
into
those
that
lower- yeah.
frequency when
Mhm.
you've done this work and you're thinking, well, I'm not hearing anything. What am I supposed to be doing? I'm like, do you think maybe?
But
you're
we're getting
supposed to be
downloads all the
being?
time, right?
Yeah.
Even when we don't hear them. And I think that's really important for people to understand. Like, we're always getting these downloads. And what downloads I mean is the gifts from the heavens. They're always just showering us. But
They are.
if we're angry, if we're victims, if we're pissed off at anyone, we cannot receive those gifts. And they're like, please just take the gift.
There's only
Like,
certain
get
things
it.
that play
Yeah.
on that radio station.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what it is with being quiet. They
Yeah.
are coming in, but if they're not giving you action steps, then you're supposed to just sit and be with those things. Be with those things, and it has so much power in the collective.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
number of people who receive that high frequency that you are receiving, that you are holding, is so huge. It's hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, and the high frequency,
Or more.
I
Or
would
more.
even challenge it doesn't have an action plan. Like,
No.
I mean, I would even say, like, don't even ask for the action plan. Just be in that energy.
And it shows up.
somehow every
you hear
day,
the
which-
action.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah.
the actions.
Yeah.
The actions show up in front of you.
Mhm.
Even
Right.
when you think that it's not an action, it
But
is
'cause
something.
sometimes the action is just
Yeah.
sitting and being.
Gives me a really great idea for a podcast.
Okay.
Might be coming up, so you might want to stay tuned.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay.
But I just want to say, like, the inspiring that you like felt all of that where you were.
Yes.
You took action.
Mm-hmm.
That's a perfect example was the moment that you saw the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine not acting on that.
Mm-hmm.
One little slight impulse of like, I want to connect with that lady in that picture in that magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Imagine if you didn't, just for a
Yeah.
second.
That's crazy.
Well,
What?
and what's funny, that year, I almost didn't
Do that
choose
ad?
to write and do it. And I'm like, no, I like this.
We
I
can't help
like
ourselves.
doing this.
Thank you. You know, we cannot.
Right, but-
That's
We
a really
cannot
good-
But isn't that
help
love
from
that.
like
I was
falling
just
into
being
your
told,
destiny.
just
Yes.
do it.
Yes.
Just
Wow.
do it.
That's funny.
And think of all the other people that came to you that year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Because there are some beacons of light. And I think of both of you as that. So thank you for the role you played. I don't know
Thank you.
if I would have kept going and following without, we need each other.
Yes, we
need
do.
the
Community,
We
yes.
have to
Other.
have this.
Yes.
We have to.
So we
Yes.
could call each other when we
Yes.
hit a bump or whatever.
So
or
we can dream together.
Yes.
We could keep
Yeah.
the dream going. You
Yes.
know, like that's why I need you
And
guys.
you're a
Yeah.
beacon of light too, dear, for
Thank
us.
you.
So it's a community. We give and take.
Mm-hmm.
give and take. Perfect way to
Yeah.
end today. Yes.
Yay!
Thank you.
Katie, thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
sharing part of
So
your journey
much.
with us
Thank
and
you.
our listeners. And
Thank you.
absolutely amazing, fascinating conversation.
Yes.
Mhm.
Hope you
As
guys got
always.
awesome
Thank
value
you.
out of
It's so
today.
good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
All right.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. And you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for stopping by and listening to our crazy stories. And yeah, go out and make it a great day. And we're going to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.